Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Jason Burkholder with WEICHERT Realtors. Welcome home. Wanted to talk to you real quick about mortgage forbearance because it's a term that you might be hearing more and more happen recently as we go through the financial implications of the government shutdown and the COVID crisis. And the reality of life is sometimes people get into financial trouble. It means they can't pay their mortgage. Mortgage companies have always offered different abilities, loan modifications, forbearances, different things you can do when you can't pay your mortgage to help you avoid foreclosure. Now, most of those options are handled at a call center. You know, when you call in that number and they say, due to high call volume, your wait time is, and then you wait on hold forever and ever and ever, and you get to talk to a person. When you finally get to that person, they're usually nice. They usually try and help you. They can usually get the paperwork to you to begin the process of applying for a forbearance. Now, a forbearance, if you check out the definition I posted here on the video, doesn't mean your mortgage payment goes away. It means they put it on pause. Pause is not pausing the due. Pause is pausing their collection activities. The fees are going to continue to accumulate. You will owe additional fees. You will owe penalties. You will owe additional interest. Your taxes are still due. Your insurance bills are still due, things like that. Now, why is that dangerous? Because sooner or later, that bill has to be paid. I have had sellers, in my time in real estate, I've had the experience in the past of doing short sales. When I started way back in real estate as a brand new baby agent, we were in a seller's market, very much what we are now. And then when we had the financial markets go down in 2008, we had all those short sales. I specialized in short sales for a while. I've been there, okay? It's not something that we're going to see again tomorrow, but if people aren't paying their mortgages, sooner or later, these fees are going to outpace what is owed on the property. And the biggest problem with that isn't going to be your ability to sell. It's the fact that fees, penalties, and interest are going to swallow up your equity. I had a seller who sold a property a little while ago, closed in the last few months, who thought they were going to walk away with about $32,000 in proceeds, had not been paying the mortgage for a while. Turned out that they walked away with a little over $19,000 in proceeds. Now, that literally is almost $13,000 that disappeared during the course of the time they had not been paying. They were granted a forbearance. There were no foreclosure activities. And in the period of 4.5 months, from the time they applied till the time they called me, we listed their house, got a buyer, went to closing, they lost $13,000. It's a lot of money. You don't want to give that money to a bank. So before you apply for a forbearance, before you go for that pause, you should absolutely know what that means to you. Now, I know if somebody's experiencing financial difficulty, it's not as simple as sell your house, but maybe it is. Maybe we can save your equity by you selling the house and moving into temporary housing. If your situation's short-term and it's going to change and you have no intention of selling your house, by all means, there's things you can do to keep your home and stay in your house. But if you know you're at the top of maybe a potential challenge where you think 6 months from now, it's not going to be any better. A year from now, it's not going to be any better. The only thing I can tell you that is constant every single time is that if you take advantage of a forbearance program and you pause your mortgage payments, that bill's going to come due. All you're doing is pushing it off. And $3,000 in missed mortgage payments during forbearance could easily amount to $6,000 or $7,000 in additional money on the balance. So if you have to take advantage of a forbearance, that's okay. But the real thing that you need to pay attention to is making sure that you know what it's going to do to impact you, and understanding that in today's current seller's market, right now, yesterday I ran a search, there's 745 houses for sale in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Compare that to 5 years ago, there was about 2,100. Compare that to 10 years ago, there was somewhere between 52 and 5,300, depending on when you decided to measure that number. There's an incredible opportunity for sellers. The last thing I would want to see you do is hold on till you can't do it anymore, only to find out you lost $13,000 or $14,000. Does that mean it's going to happen to you because you take a forbearance? No. But let's have a conversation now. If you're struggling, if you're starting to have trouble paying your mortgage, if you're facing some sort of financial insecurity and you own a home, you'd be shocked at what we can do for selling your house, preserving your equity. Even if your house needs repairs, trust me, I've got investors out there. I have regular buyers, doesn't even need to be an investor. I have people that are ready, willing, and able, as do 1,200 other agents in Lancaster County, to buy a property that needs a little love. Maybe it needs carpet, maybe it needs paint, maybe it needs a new roof. I don't know, but you'd be shocked how many people are ready, willing, and able to buy your house and have you still walk away preserving your equity and turning that into money in your pocket versus money in the bank's pocket. Be careful with forbearances. Don't just sign up for them without knowing what's going on. And if you have questions, call me 717-371-0557. And I will be happy to talk about your specific situation. There is no one-size-fits-all answer to this. There is no right or wrong. There is simply, do you have all the pieces of the puzzle so you can make an informed decision? So if you or someone you know is in trouble with their mortgage, before you just simply stop making payments, call me. Let's have a conversation. I'd be happy to help them or happy to help you. Again, 717-371-0557.